A compound is found to contain 64.80% carbon, 13.62% hydrogen, and 21.58% oxygen by weight. What is the empirical formula for this compound? If the molecular weight for this compound is 74.14 grams per mole, what is its molecular formula? Now we are going to solve this in 3 steps. In step number 1, we'll assume that we have 100 grams of parent compound. So in all such problems, wherever we have been given the mass percentage of all the elements, then we have to assume that the total mass is 100 grams, and then we have to proceed to find the individual masses. So the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen masses respectively are shown as on the whiteboard. So total 100 grams. Now at step number 2, we will convert the masses of individual elements to its moles. So number of moles is equal to mass in grams divided by the atomic mass of that particular element. So in case of carbon, then we have, so total mass of carbon divided by atomic mass of carbon, which is 12, and therefore we get the total number of moles of carbon 5.4. In the similar way, we know what is the atomic mass of hydrogen. It is 1, and therefore the number of moles of hydrogen are 13.62, and the atomic mass of oxygen is 16, and therefore we get the number of moles. Now we'll try to convert this number of moles into smallest whole number ratios, and how it can be achieved by dividing the common minimum number. So the common divisor here is 1.349, and we are dividing all the number of moles by this common divisor so that we get the correct empirical formula. 4, hydrogen 10, oxygen 1, and that's why the correct empirical formula will be C4H10 and O. Now the next and final step is to determine the molecular formula from the given information. So the first stage is to determine the empirical formula weight, that is EFW, that is equal to summation of all the elements masses in the empirical formula. So we have the empirical formula as C4H10 and oxygen 1. So that is equal to 12 for carbon into 4, then plus 1 for hydrogen into 10, and plus 16 into 1 for oxygen. So total we get 74. So 74 is the empirical formula weight for this compound. So molecular weight divided by the empirical formula weight will give us a coefficient X. So how will you use that coefficient X? So multiply each and every element, and whatever element we have empirical formula elements, multiply with that coefficient X, which we have derived from dividing the molecular weight by empirical formula weight, and that will give us the correct molecular formula. Therefore the coefficient which we have found is 1. The correct molecular formula will be C4H10, this one. So the empirical formula and molecular formula in this case are same. Thank you for that thing.